So thank you so much, guys. Welcome back. This is the Boys Arena as usual, and remember we are coming live from Nairobi. And for the football fans, unfortunately, for the second trade weekend or the second trade week, we'll not be having the English Premier League. But the good thing is that the FA Cup is coming back, and this weekend we'll be having the quarterfinals, which will be played on Saturday and on Sunday over this weekend. So today in the studio I'm not alone. I have my co-host who also will help us go to this game and give his predictions about the outcomes of this game. So thank you so much for coming. How was your weekend, or how have you been? It's been a while. It's been a minute since we were here.
Yeah, it's been a minute, and our fans have been wondering where did these people go, but we are back, and the weekend has been just weekend. Let me just say, weekend has been weekend. As you all know, there is no English football to keep an eye on, but this weekend we are back with FA quarterfinals.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll go straight to the game, to the matches. As the first match will be played on Saturday. On Saturday we'll have two games. The first one will be played at 15 p.m., which will be Fulham will be hosting Crystal Palace. Remember, Crystal Palace, their main striker, Jean-Philippe Mateta, will be back in the squad and will play this game. So what are your thoughts or prediction? Will Crystal Palace outsmart Fulham, or will they be eliminated as Manchester United again?
Okay. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to give out my predictions. But you've just said Manchester United. I'm a Manchester United fan, and let me just give out this prediction of Fulham playing
Against Crystal Palace.
Palace.
Yes.
You know, Fulham really had a good game while they were playing with us.
Yes.
They had a really, let me say, it was a smart game. They have brilliant players who give out the best in the field. But when we come to this other side of Palace, Palace have, let me say, it's more than smart. They really give out good football. And people should really try and watch this game because it's somehow a big game, but not really a big game. But I think Fulham will be eliminated because the striker himself, Mateta, will be back, and I know he'll really do the necessary.
Yes, so you've said that Crystal Palace will proceed to the semi-finals in this game against Fulham.
Yes.
Now, the next game will be Brighton will be hosting Nottingham Forest at exactly 8:15 p.m.
Yeah.
And remember, Nottingham Forest this season have been very good. They are currently at number 3 in the English Premier League table, and also they have some good players and good football, and they'll be playing against Brighton this Saturday.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about this game? Will they manage to beat Brighton and proceed to the next stage, which is the semis, or will they be eliminated by Kauri Mitoma and Brighton at large?
Yes. You know, this game, let me say it's also a good game to watch because Forest are really giving out good games this season. They have really given out good performance. Nottingham Forest, even in the Premier League, they are number 3, and they are aiming at finishing the league at the top 4. And yeah, and you know, being finishing the league at the top 4, you'll have a chance to play the Champions League.
Yes.
And in their position at now, they only have this gap to carry. So I think Nottingham Forest will try and give out the best in the field and even emerge winners of this game.
So you've said that Nottingham Forest will be having that urge to lift a trophy this season.
Yeah.
So that one is a straight in for Brighton, as you've heard.
Yes.
So now let's move on. Moving on smoothly, we'll go straight to Sunday. The first match will be played at exactly 3:30 in the PM, which will be Preston North End will be playing against Aston Villa.
Yes.
Remember, Aston Villa are also have been playing some good football this season. Currently, they are playing the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League,
and they are back here.
And they are back in the FA Cup. So, what are your thoughts? Will Unai Emery proceed to the semi-finals, because he's also very good at when it comes to trophies?
Yes. Preston and Aston Villa. To me, I think Preston are the underdog team that have managed to reach the quarterfinals here.
Yes,
but
because
I think
in the championship.
Yeah, but I think Aston Villa also have a better squad. You know, Marcus Rashford is there,
Yes.
Asensio is there, Watkins is there.
Yes.
They have a good squad to give out a good performance. For me, I think Aston Villa might qualify for this one because in this FA history, let me say history, all the teams that have been qualifying to the semis are always the English Premier League team. So I think Preston might be eliminated here.
So you've said here Aston Villa will proceed to the semi-finals.
Yes.
Now the last match, the last quarter final match will be Bournemouth will be hosting Manchester City, and at exactly 6:30 p.m.
Yes.
Remember, Manchester City have been having a very bad season this season, because we have seen currently if the league was to end this season, it means Manchester City will not play the UEFA Champions League come next season.
Yes.
Because they are currently at number 5.
Yeah.
And also on the other side, this is the only cup that they are still chasing, and they are hopes that they might lift.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about this game? Will AFC Bournemouth do the necessary? Because also on the side of Bournemouth, we have seen the season they have beaten almost all the big six.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about this game? Will they manage to beat Manchester City again and eliminate them in this cup, or Manchester City will do the necessary and play in the quarterfinal, in the semis?
You know, in this game, I think Manchester City are going to have a straight win, and even they might reach the final of this cup. You know, Pep Guardiola is only remaining with this cup to carry this season. Every season he has been carrying a cup.
Yes.
And he can't just leave let the legacy to go of carrying cups. I think this one here, Manchester City are going to beat Bournemouth, even if Bournemouth have a better squad to watch and to give out a good performance. Yeah, I think Manchester City are going to win.
So you said Pep Guardiola will do everything in order to proceed to the next stage.
Even in the finals.
Now, now that is the end of that matches, and I want us to come back into our local football back in the country.
Yeah.
We saw over the weekend on Sunday, Harambee Stars were playing against Gabon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we played a very good match, but unfortunately we lost. And this was the second match that Benny McCarthy was playing, was leading as the head coach of the Harambee Stars. So I want you to give out your preview about these games, because the first match he played against Gambia, and he drew against Gambia in a scoreline of 3-3, and now on Sunday he lost against Gabon in a scoreline of 2-1. So what can you say about the team? Will he try and do something and bring the Harambee Stars that to where it is supposed to be, or the results will still be the same as the other coaches?
Yeah, you know, McCarthy will try to give out a better performance if given time, and I think his next game he's going to win. His first match he drew, and even this game that was on over the weekend, Kenya was to win. Kenya had a good game to watch. The chances were they had a lot of chances.
Yes.
It was just that
converting
the goals was a problem. The striker, he was not well enough at the first half, but I think McCarthy, if given time, he will reform the team and give out good performance with time.
So you said if given time, he will reform the team.
Yeah.
Now I want us to take another angle, still on that, still on Sunday.
Yeah.
We saw the turnout at the Nyayo National Stadium was very unforgettable, because a lot of fans came to witness the Harambee Stars, because this was the first match in over 2 years that Harambee Stars were playing at home in their home soil. So, and a lot of people came out. Unfortunately, there were others who managed to break into the Nyayo Stadium, of which it's a very bad behavior to watch as a country. So I want us to give us your preview about that, that behavior and everything. Hiyo uhuni ambayo ilifanyika on Sunday. Sio unaweza ukaizungumzia aje?
Okay, and as you've said that there was a big turnout. The turnout was more than 30,000. Even if you can remember, on the tickets was sold out
on Saturday
before before 12 p.m.
Yes.
So it means that Kenyans decided to value their own football. Over the years, we've seen Kenyans have always been valuing English football so much, relying on English football. But this time, they decided to just turn out and show what they have for their country, for their nation, for their national team as Harambee Stars.
Yes.
And you've said that people broke into the event, to the stadium.
Yes.
This habit of Kenyans breaking into events, I think it should come to an end. It should be addressed well and come to an end, because the organizers of the events, they really pay a lot of money to organize the event to happen in those places.
Yes.
But people are just coming
because it
from
is not
nowhere.
even
Yeah.
in football, because we have witnessed
Yeah.
even in the
Even
music
in-
industry,
yeah,
when
yeah.
we have stars coming to perform in Kenya,
Yeah,
the
we
concerts
just
and
pay the
everything.
we buy the tickets.
Yes,
But
and
some people,
will just
there's a group
occupy.
that come to occupy.
Yes.
The occupation or occupying thing should be addressed on very well, and Kenyans should just, if you've missed the ticket, just you have bundles or some have internet access.
Yes.
Just stay at home and or anywhere and stream the event or the game. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've said that things will come to an end.
Yeah.
Now, on another thing,
Yeah.
this Sunday again,
Yes.
we'll be having the Machine Meji Derby. Gor Mahia
Yeah.
will be playing against AFC
AFC
Leopard
Leopard.
at still in the Nyayo
Yeah,
National
yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah.
And we have seen these matches in the recent events or the recent meetings.
Yeah.
The fans been vandalizing properties
Yeah.
due to the results and everything
Yes.
whenever they go to watch those matches.
Yes.
And we have seen even the first leg of that game.
Yeah.
It was postponed some few days before the match day.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts? Unaweza ukazungumzia aje huu mchezo ambao utakuwa unapigwa on Sunday? Kulingana na hiyo, unaona kwamba the turnout itakuwa the same as witnessed over the weekend?
Yeah, and in this match of Gor Mahia playing against the FC Leopards, I think the turnout might be the same compared to over the weekend, because people will say that if we came out for Harambee Stars, why should we not do the same for the derby that is coming to the same venue? And I think even the ticket prices,
Should
I think
be lowered.
they should be lowered.
Yes.
For everyone to
access and
Yeah.
go and watch that
yeah,
match.
and I think in this one, I don't think if they'll the thing of
Vandalizing
vandalizing the
properties and
event,
everything.
the properties, and even the occupying thing, I don't think if it will happen. I think on the weekend game, people decided to occupy because most of them wanted just to see the Gabon players, the
Gabon players,
former
even,
Arsenal player.
Aubameyang was
Yeah.
in the country, so they wanted
to just to see him. So I think this game of Gor Mahia, people will not occupy, but the turnout will be better compared to other Kenya Premier League matches.
Yeah, so let's hope the turnout will be much better, as you've said, because we have witnessed. We want also to be the way we show our support the English teams like Manchester United, like Chelsea. Let's also just do that in our local football. So thank you so much. That one was very wonderful of you today.
Yeah.
Until next time, it's a very goodbye from us.
Yes.